Okay, it's July 16th, our last day. How was last night?
Interesting.
we had an interesting situation last night. It was a good night. The temperature was amazing. It was really good to sleep in. I don't think I was in my sleeping bag half the time. To be right on the river and be so warm was amazing in the Olympics. That doesn't always happen. So when we got to camp last night, we saw two bears right away. And that's what we were kind of concerned about, but we got into camp, we set up our hammocks and went over and cooked, and there was a deer. There was a young lady at the tent site too, and there was a deer that came in and was kind of messing around with our stuff, and the lady kind of shooed the deer away. And we came back after we ate and sat around for a while. And he just kind of hung around us the rest of the night, and then he kind of left as it kind of started to get dark. And that's when the fun begins. So I'll tell you about that later. And we are on our last day, coming down the hill. We get the Elwha right here. And we're going to go, I think, 15 miles out and getting picked up by one of Jen's good friends. Who is it?
Catherine.
Catherine's going to come and pick us up, which is awesome. She always has positive energy. And we'll get some good food somewhere. I don't know. We've been eating trail food. It's not always the best stuff in the world. And we've been out. This is our 5th day, so we've been out here for a while. So I will talk to you later. It's warm this morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's probably 55 already. Okay, talk to you later. This is what hiking in the Olympics looks like. It's very green. But boy, it's hot and muggy already. It's like maybe 7 o'clock in the morning. And it is muggy out here. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, we have several incidences with the deer last night. So, like I said, when we got there, he was kind of walking around our hammocks, and he just wants our salt. He's looking for salt. And so I had my trekking poles leaning up against the tree that my hammock was on. And we went and ate and came back, and I only had one trekking pole. It's like, what's going on here? So we scouted around. Well, he had taken one of them and chewed on it. We didn't really chew on it, but it was obvious he had it in his mouth, the cork handle. And it was probably, 30 feet away from the hammock. So that was interesting. But then it gets even better later on. So we had to shoo him away several times. This was before 10 o'clock, and it's still kind of light out up here. So I'll tell you the other part later. I gotta get walking. We gotta get to our shuttle driver. Talk to you later. Okay, so on to the deer. After we took my trekking pole and took it away from our campsite, we thought, well, our packs are just on the ground right under our hammocks. We thought, well, we better hang them up in the air, because he'll come in underneath the hammocks and he wants the straps on our packs, because they got kind of salt in them from our sweat. So I have this really thin, strong bear hang line that I use called, I think it's called a Z line. It's really thin but really strong, and I use that to hang my bear bags when I'm hiking. And so we found a little tree and we hung our packs up on that. And at the end of it, there's a bag that I have that I fill with rocks, or in this case, I had to fill it with sand to throw it up over the tree branch so we could hang our packs. And so we hung the packs and then strung the line across to another tree. And all of the remaining line, because it's like 60 feet of line, because I have to use it on tall trees sometimes, so I have 60 feet of line, and we only used about 20 feet of it to hang the packs up in the air. So the rest of the line is right next to my hammock on the tree that we had used to set up my hammock. And so now we got our packs up in the air, which is good. You can't get to them. And we go to sleep. So I'll tell you the rest of the story later. This just gets really, it's a pretty crazy story. And this is, right now we're at 10:30 when we hung the packs up. It's 10:30 already. We haven't slept at all. We've already seen 2 bears in camp. And we try to go to sleep. So I'll tell you the rest later. Okay, we're about two and a half miles in. Now the trail has become this, less green. River's to our left, the Elwha River's to our left, but it pretty much sounds like about a mile away. We're not near it at all. I know we're up on a big hill because we just went up. And then we're gonna go down into the valley, which I think will have more moss, but we'll find out. Jen's way up there in front of me. She's going fast today. I'll talk to you in a while. Okay, back to a little bit of green, and here comes the sun a little bit. It's already pretty hot in here. Last night was pretty warm. Back to the green a little bit. And we're all downhill now. We went over we had to do about a 2 mile, 9% grade up. 2.5 mile. And we're done with that. And we got about 11 miles to go. Downhill and flat. So you can see the sun coming in now. Ooh, there's the sun up there. Okay, talk to you in a while. Okay, here's the end of the story. It's long, but it's the end of the deer incident. So we have our packs hung in a tree, and we go to sleep. And I had put my trekking poles in my hammock, the ones that he had been licking on. So I put them in my hammock. We go to sleep. It's 10 o'clock at night. Packs are hung in the air. And about 1 in the morning, I feel a tug and a couple of grunts over on the side where my poles are. And I start yelling, hey, 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 get away, get away. Just get out of here, get out of here. And Jen's waking up, because she's a little bit away from me. She wakes up, she puts her headlamp on, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was going on. I feel a tug on my hammock, and Jen's yelling, he's jumping up and down. Thinking, what the heck is a deer doing jumping up and down? Jumping up, and Jen says, he's jumping up. So we're just going, why is he jumping up in the air? So anyway, I get up and look around. He's not around anymore. He's gone. And I go back to sleep. Get up at 5 in the morning, get ready to go. And go to take the packs down out of the tree, and can't find my line. It's like, where's my line at? Well, my line is strung 40 feet away from the campsite, because I said I had an extra 40 feet of line. He had taken the bag, rock bag, and pulled it 40 feet away. And so I go over and pick it up, and it's all wet, so I thought, oh, he must have been chewing on that too. So I get the line, bring it over to our tent site, and I bring the packs down and start eating breakfast. And as I'm eating breakfast, I'm just going, this just stinks. What the heck is going on here? So I'm smelling my hands, and I thought, this isn't, he didn't chew on this, he peed on this bag. So she gives me some hand wipe things, and I start wiping my hands off with this hand wipe stuff, and it was yellow, and oh God, it was just gross. I had picked up this bag, it got peed all over, and he must have gotten tangled up in the Z-line stuff and was trying to get out of it. This Z-line stuff is really small. I'll show you a little piece of it. This is what it looks like. And so he must have got tangled up and was jumping up and down trying to get out of the tanglement. So I felt bad for him because he got tangled up in it, but at the same time, don't be a dope and pee on my stuff. Anyway, it's a funny little story. One of the cool things that happens out here. Okay, so look at what we're in. That's pretty green. So, end of the story. I'll talk to you later. Okay, we're in the last three or four miles of our hike, and yes, we're on a road walk. How far do we have on this road?
From here?
Yeah.
Another 3 miles?
Yeah, I think she's right. So, it started on a road walk, a bunch of bushwhacking and stuff, and then it ends on a road walk. It was pretty good though. I mean, the views were amazing. What were the views?
Incredible.
Yeah, they were
exquisite.
Yeah, they were just amazing. We saw 3 bear all on the same day. A deer. We had the deer incident of 2023. A couple of deer we saw though. Saw a big frog, a toad, a rabbit that walked into camp at Boulder Camp. He was pretty cool.
A dead bunny.
A dead bunny. I never saw the dead bunny. What else?
2 kitty cats.
Saw something that looked like cats. We got some people coming up here. Okay, we just ran into a lady who's going up, and she's hiking all the way across the Olympics, like the press expedition hike. It goes from the north to the south. She's pretty dang excited about it. Was she pretty excited?
Pretty excited.
Yeah, she didn't stop talking for like 5 minutes, which is cool. Anyway, we're almost at the end of this. Let's see here. I would say I'd give it about on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd give it a 10 for views when the views were good. 10 for views, but the trail maintenance, I'd give a 2. I mean, there's no effort involved at all. I mean, there's bush. We're walking through 4-foot high nettles and blackberry bushes, and it's just miserable. But we're almost done. I'm at 3 miles now. So it was a fun hike. Love being with my honey, my sweetie. Okay, how about you? What do you think?
As far as giving a number?
Yeah, give it a number.
An overall number, like 7.
Oh, she gave it a 7. That's pretty
But
good.
the views were spectacular.
The views were awesome. It was totally unexpected. I had no idea that it was going to be that amazing. But man, the trail maintenance but we did see a lot of wildlife. The 3 bears were awesome. The one yesterday, 2 yesterday, all 3 yesterday, but one right at the end of the day, he was within 50 feet of us. And he saw us and he ran right up a tree. And we stopped, we froze, and then he ran right down the tree and took off. And then the next one ran right in front of us across the trail, just came out of the bushes, we didn't even see him or hear him. All of a sudden he just jumped across the trail. So that was pretty cool.
Right before we were going into a camp.
Yeah, right at our campsite.
Right there.
Yeah. But we survived. But then we had the disaster of the deer. Okay, so that's the end of our hike. I will talk to you later. Okay, we're going out to where there used to be a dam. They took it out for salmon restoration, I think. This used to be a dam, and to the left here was a lake. This is pretty cool. We haven't been up here in probably 8 or 9 years. So this over here, over there, that all used to be a lake. And so this is the dam right there. Check it out. Going across over to here. And now it's an observation point.